I'm alive, I think. How we doing? I got my chat figured out. I'm looking all professional. Today we're going to be reviewing celebrities' favorite Pokemon. And then we're going to be reacting to the Logan Paul video he just dropped. I know nothing about it. So yeah, we're going to watch that. See what that's all about. He's probably spending a lot of money on Pokemon cards. Lucky J, how you doing? Harry Bell, how you doing? When's the next video out? Next weekend. Figuring out chat took me way longer than it should have. It should be okay now. Banana guy, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Any leaks on what it is? So, I'm in discussions to buy my biggest collection yet. The guy's kind of annoying me because he keeps blanking me for a few days at a time. But that should be happening this weekend. And I'll have that video posted the next weekend. And then the weekend after will be going to a card show. And I'm going with £100 and I'm just doing double or nothing coin flips. And seeing how far I can get. There's a chance I do my first one. And lose the money and that's it. Or I could win 5 in a row and I get loads of free cards. So today we are going to be ranking celebrities' favorite Pokemon. Now there's a ton of videos out there of celebrities saying their favorite Pokemon, and I feel like most of them are stupid. So we're going to go and review them. I have a tier list, very professional one. Here it is. We're going to be ranking celebrities based on their favorite Pokemon. We have the S tier base tier. This is an amazing pick for a favorite Pokemon. I'm impressed by it. It's a great shout. Of course, this is all going to be subjective based on my opinions of the Pokemon or why they've chosen it. But yeah. Then we have A tier. This is a pretty good pick. I can appreciate the pick. Thoughts gone into it. They know about Pokemon. It's a good take. Oh. Hang on. Damn it. Let's just get rid of the music for now. So we have a very professional tier list here. The first one is the base tier. This is the S tier opinion. These are people with a great... trying to do a YouTube video, guys. Sorry. Behind the scenes of me stuttering. So, we have the base tier. This means their take is incredible. A great Pokemon, a great pick. Out of the ordinary. I can appreciate this pick. Then we have the A tier. This is a decent pick for a Pokemon. It's not incredible, but there's at least some thought that's gone into it. I can tell that they like Pokemon. It's not a mind-blowing pick. It's not something incredible, but I can appreciate it. Then we have the basic / boring pick. This is your Pikachus, your Charizards. Just a pick that I think this is someone who knows a little bit about Pokemon. They've heard of Pikachu. They've gone for that Pokemon. Then we have the bad take. This is a take that I feel is bad. You're going to see, because I've found some celebrities that have some bad takes, and you're going to be like, that is terrible. And then we have the objectively terrible take. And again, I have found some celebrities, their takes are genuinely awful. Also in this tier is going to be people that I feel have been given their favorite Pokemon by Nintendo, and I don't actually believe that. And a great example of this, you know what, let's just start with the video that inspired this idea, and it is the Super Bowl the Super Bowl ads that they posted, where it's just a bunch of celebrities saying their favorite Pokemon. There's some good takes in here, but there's also some very bad takes.
What's my favorite?
My favorite's the one that's got jet black hair.
He's extremely fast.
Limitless.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know most of these people, but we'll figure it out.
Can be calm.
Powerful.
닮기도 한 것 같아갖고.
He would improvise on the spot.
Just always finds a way to make it funny.
We both have very fast.
I have to say, I don't like that they did this as the Super Bowl commercial. It's the 30th anniversary and you just got a load of random celebrities talking about like who their favorite Pokemon is. Tease something. Show me wind and waves or whatever. I was so disappointed. I was stayed up to watch this because I was like, some crazy stuff's going to be announced. It wasn't that.
And can change the world using its mind.
Jigglypuff is my favorite.
Starting with Lady Gaga, whose favorite is Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff, I feel... Now, I'm mixed here. I think it's either basic and boring or objectively terrible because I feel like she was given Jigglypuff. I don't know if Lady Gaga... You can't hear the video? That's really annoying.
Using its mind.
Jigglypuff is my favorite.
Can you hear that?
He would improvise on the spot.
Just always finds a way to make it funny.
We both have very fast
Moves.
And can
Okay, perfect.
on the spot.
Just always finds a way to make it funny.
We both have very fast
Moves.
and can change the world using its mind.
Jigglypuff is my favorite.
I definitely feel like I need to find some evidence that Lady Gaga has played a Pokemon game for me to be able to put this into S tier. Or even basic, I would say, is the best it could be. Jigglypuff is kind of a basic take in my opinion. But she's a singer, it does make sense. But that's why I feel like it's an industry plant take. Has Lady Gaga played Pokemon? Has not probably been recorded playing Pokemon. She's done a collaboration. We have a Reddit thread. She was around my age when Pokemon was super popular. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say Lady Gaga has played Pokemon before, and we're gonna give her a basic take. I feel like it's a very basic take. Jigglypuff is okay. For a singer, you're gonna look up Pokemon that sings, is gonna come up with Jigglypuff. You choose Jigglypuff. I feel like that's a pretty basic take.
Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff.
Every single time you met a new Pokemon, it felt like you met a new part of yourself.
He likes to sleep. Just like me.
I don't know if they all announced their favorite Pokemon. So Trevor Noah, Psyduck. I feel like Trevor Noah has probably played Pokemon before. Psyduck is a pretty good take. I feel like Trevor Noah has played Pokemon. I'm going to give him an A tier take. That's pretty good. Psyduck? Can't go wrong with Psyduck.
It felt like you met a new part of yourself.
He likes to sleep.
This is our first base take. I don't know who this is, to be honest. I think it's this person. Luxray as your favorite Pokemon. As someone who has Luxray in their top 3, this is a base take right here. And I feel like it's not one that Nintendo would tell her to say. I feel like Nintendo disrespect Luxray a lot. Still no Mega Evolution. He likes to sleep. There's no way she knows what that Pokemon even is. Do you really think so?
Just like me.
He likes to sleep just like me. This could be fraud watch right here. I'm not sure who this person is. Never have I actually feel. It's so cool because I'm a die-hard fan of Pokemon ever since I was a kid. It really was a no-brainer. No matter, okay, this could be big. No matter if you're a die-hard fan or if you've seen an episode of Pokemon once in your life, you can answer that question even if you don't know anyone other than Pikachu. Maybe not. She tells people that Luxray, a lion-like creature that has the power to see through walls. I do not think Luxray has the power to see through walls. Is her favorite for purely nostalgic reasons. Luxray was the first card in my first ever Pokemon card pack. It was the best one in the pack. So I was like, Luxray is going to be my favorite. Okay, this is base. Base right here. The phone case with the Luxray card. Little Luxray plushie. This could have been given to her by Nintendo, but I feel like Nintendo would not give her this phone case. I feel like this is enough evidence to put it in base. Base take right there. Then we have
으로 변할 수 있는
Jisoo.
모습도
Si tiene muchas formas de
K-pop person. Says Evie. Basic take. Basic take. This could be another industry plan. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. It could even... It's not a bad take. Eevee's a good Pokemon. LARPer? It could be a LARP. Eevee is definitely a LARP Pokemon. But I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. She's only getting in basic and boring. Like...
모습도
si tiene muchas formas de superar a sus oponentes.
And then we have
A sus oponentes.
Como mischievous, but
Lamine Yamal. And this right here is a base take. It could be LARP though. Because this came out when Legend ZA came out. Obviously, Zygarde plays a big part in Legend ZA, so this it could be another LARPer from Nintendo. What do we think, chat? Lamine Yamal. Now, I feel like it's A tier. I don't know if it's based. It could be based. Based? I do respect it. I respect the Luxray, and I respect Zygarde. My only worry is that it's a LARP. How old was... When did XY come out? Pokemon XY release date. It came out in 2013. When was Lamine Yamal born? 2007. He was 6 when XY came out. That could be a prime age for XY. He also did, though, become... He's like a Pokemon ambassador, though. He names Zygarde as his absolute favorite because it has many ways to overcome its opponents. And then when asked about his teammates, he said Olmo is Pikachu because he has blonde hair, and Chesney is Charizard because he has presence. I feel like he came up with the Pikachu and the Charizard, which makes me feel like he's LARPing. Like he was asked by someone, oh, name some Pokemon that your teammates are like. Charizard, Pikachu. Instant LARP. LARP alert. Okay. First, objectively terrible / LARPer take. Lamine Yamal. And then the next one, 100% LARPer.
girls who love language.
Salvayu.
Or maybe not.
Si tiene muchas formas de superar a sus oponentes.
Como mischievous, but
Gengar. Again, I don't know who this person is. I'm guessing it's young Miko. So, this woman says Gengar is her favorite because
como
he's
mischievous, but
mischievous.
girls who love language.
But that's sort of his love language. I don't know what that means. Who is young Miko? Puerto Rican rapper. She's 28. That's prime Pokemon age.
Who was interested first?
She has a
Who said I
plushie,
love you first?
but that definitely was given to her
Who's
by
more
Nintendo.
protective?
100% Lucky J. They just chose a bunch of random celebrities who decided,
Who
okay,
cleans
this
more?
person. Like,
Who
well,
eats
this
the
Pokemon, this
most?
Pokemon.
Who was interested first?
I feel like it's... I've got to put it in LARPA because I don't respect the take anyway. You know what I mean? I don't respect Gengar as a take unless someone is genuinely like die hard. So Young, Miko, Gengar. If it was a better take, I'd be more likely to put it higher. But I feel like Gengar's kind of boring as a take.
Sa loyauté, sa rapidité.
She uses
His loyalty, his
combs. She
speed,
is
says
for the girls who
Leclerc.
love language.
Sa
His loyalty
loyauté, sa
and his speed, says Leclerc, for Arcanine. I'm almost certain Arcanine is not a fast Pokemon. It is known for its high speed. Okay, never mind. Speed is one of its highest stats. Arcanine, good Pokemon. He knows extreme speed. You know what? I feel like the speed thing saves him. I'm going to put it in A tier. I feel like it's a good take. Arcanine, it's kind of basic, but it's not basic enough. Like, it's not Pikachu. You know, it's not Eevee. It's a good take. A lot of people have a favorite Pokemon of Arcanine. Self-reported LARPA. It's true. I assumed that Arcanine was slow. I'm going to be honest.
rapidité.
She uses her voice to protect herself.
It's home, you know?
Totally.
That's why I love it.
My favorite is Eevee.
Mi favorito sila.
Arcanine.
Gengar.
Jigglypuff.
So,
What's your favorite?
So out of all of them, this person, Luxray, best take. Lavinia Malt, if it wasn't a LARP, is next. But I think it was a LARP, so. Moving on, we have what I think is potentially by the end of this, objectively terrible is going to be Overrun. We have One Direction's favorite Pokemon.
Is Sork. My favorite Pokemon is Sork.
My favorite Pokemon is Sork from Harry Styles. Sork. Sork. Nobody's favorite Pokemon is Sork. Terrible take. He was just a new Pokemon for whatever game he was promoting. Instantly, objectively terrible take. Sork was released in Generation 5. I'm almost certain they're advertising Generation 5 here. Instant LARPer.
He's just like a big rock guy in a karate suit.
My favorite Pokemon.
He's just like a big rock guy in a karate suit. He's seen a picture of him that they showed him and was like, I like him because he looks like the image that they just showed me.
Is Throw. He's like...
My favorite Pokemon is Throw. I'm seeing something here. I'm seeing a pattern. Again, was told what to say. Nobody says Sork and Throw are their favorite Pokemon. Rest in peace. But bad Pokemon take, unfortunately. Bad Pokemon take. One Direction are about to take over the objectively terrible takes, I'm afraid. Look away, One Direction fans.
A big red karate man. He's got big eyebrows.
Big red karate man with big eyebrows. Was shown a picture. Said that's why he's fit. I like him because he's a big karate man with a big eyebrows.
I like him because he's just hard.
Favorite Pokemon is the fire Pokemon Pansear.
Pansear. One of the worst Pokemon of all time. Was released in Gen 5. They're advertising Gen 5. Instantly a larper.
He's kind of small, looks a bit like Niall. Just think he's a really nice guy, you know?
My favourite Pokemon is Logan Roller. He's very small.
I have to make a new one. I have to make a new one. Logan Roller. That is the worst take of all time. Nobody's favorite Pokemon is Logan Roller. The worst take I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, but he's very dangerous. He's not afraid to attack, and he's got some good moves.
My favourite Pokemon is Oshawott.
And just like that, we're revived. Just like that, we're revived. Again, he was told what to say, but I'm almost certain Zane, loves Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sure he loves Pokemon. I'm sure he was told you have to choose a Pokemon from Gen 5. He chose a base take right there. I'm sure it's not actually his favorite Pokemon. I'm sure he has a different favorite Pokemon, but he was told to choose from Gen 5, and he chose a base take from Gen 5. If someone told me their favorite Pokemon was Oshawott, I'd be like, that's sick. Who is actually his favorite Pokemon? I'm sure he has a favorite Pokemon. Okay, I don't think he said his favorite Pokemon. I'm sure he actually has one because Zane is a nerd. If you don't know, he was like the final boss in a Yu-Gi-Oh competition. If he loves Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm sure he loves Pokemon as well. Base take. Is that all of One Direction?
His best move for me is definitely got to be Razor. My favourite Pokemon.
So that's One Direction. Could he be a laugher? He's never said it since the ad because he's a LARPer. It could be true. It could be a LARPer. I'm pretty sure it's going to say shell. Shell.
Best move for me is definitely got to be Razor. My favourite.
Razor something. Razor shell? Is that like the move that he automatically gets? I think he likes Pokemon. He at least has to know something about Pokemon. He was told he has to advertise Gen 5 and choose a Gen 5 Pokemon. He chose a base take. It's kind of basic, because it is a starter. It is just a water starter. But it is a really cool Pokemon. You know what? But my wife also loves Zane, so I feel like I have to be nice about him. We're gonna put it in A tier, just in case he's a LARPer. I don't want him in base take. Next up, we're gonna look at some influencers' favorite Pokemon, and we're starting with Ludwig and Connor VA. Sea Dog VA.
Squirtle. Everyone likes Squirtle. It's kind of basic, but you know.
Is Squirtle your favorite starter?
Out of the original 3, yeah, it's up there.
I'm a Charmander guy.
You strike me as a Charmander kind of guy.
What is that supposed to mean?
You're fiery.
Squirtle and Charmander as their favorite starters. Kind of basic. Do they talk about anything else?
Is cringe.
What? Why is your chest saying Torchic is base, bro? Torchic is so shit. I mean, if it's the all-time, I'm a Mudkip guy, but everyone's a Mudkip guy. That's like saying you like being happy.
Mudkip is a basic tape. I'm going to put it a bit above basic. Am I? It's kind of basic. I feel like a lot of people love Mudkip.
Actually prefer Torchic.
No. Torchic is so shit.
Are they just looking starters?
In Swampert is cringe.
What? Why is your chest saying Torchic is base, bro? You've literally like
2020 started with COVID, but this Torchic comment is ruining.
Let me actually try and find that Sea Dog VA favorite Pokemon. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think it's Mudkip. Kind of boring. Kind of boring. Goes in to basic. Ludwig. If that's real, that is based. If this is real, that if we can find... If we can find evidence for this, it's a base take.
Old man.
Okay, I don't want to sandbag, but I think the highest score I've ever gotten on Pokedoku is like probably a 3.
Do you know what a mega evolution is?
In principle.
Okay. Well, I'm bringing
Do you know?
If it's Lopunny, then Lopunny is also based, I'm afraid. That's a base take. Either way, whether it's... Whether Google AI is right or Lucky J is right is a base take. Next up, we have Lucky J with Trico, which I feel is A tier. It's outside the norm. It's not an obvious starter. If it was Sceptile, it might be basic, but I feel like Trico's pretty cool. You think Larpa? Maybe. You heard he only started collecting for prismatic evolutions? Yeah. Imagine if you started collecting a Journey together. Like, imagine how much of like a LARP you have to be for that. Who else are we looking at? I know there's a few people that I know their favorite Pokemon. For example, Coop's Collectibles is Steelix. I feel like that's a pretty good take. I feel like Coop with Steelix, that's an A tier take. I can respect it. It's not based. I feel like it's a decent take. Logan Paul, that's someone I wanted to find out because I don't know who his favorite Pokemon is, but I imagine it's either Pikachu or Charizard. Logan Paul, favorite Pokemon. Logan Paul's favorite Pokemon, Gengar, Alakazam, and Steelix.
Damia, have you heard of it? Do you watch anime?
I have. I've heard of it. I don't watch a lot, but that's a pretty popular one.
I love Pokemon.
Right on. Right. Who's your favorite Pokemon?
You just had David ask me this,
and you have no idea why. You won't find out for some time.
I said either probably Alakazam or Gengar.
Okay,
like
that's good.
Basic take. Gengar is a basic take, especially for someone who likes Pokemon. We can debate whether he's a LARPer. He LARPs a lot of things. I think he at least played Gen 1. I feel like Gengar / Alakazam, basic take. If you ask someone who's only played Gen 1, but they played a decent amount of Gen 1, who their favorite Pokemon is, you're probably going to end up with Gengar and Alakazam. Basic take. Who else has a definitive favorite Pokemon? Dav's Pokemon, Infernape, that's based. For sure. Base take. Oh, another basic one, but I at least know they have a favorite Pokemon. Ariana Grande has an Eevee tattoo. Now, to have a tattoo is big, but I think the reason is she literally played Let's Go and liked it and liked Eevee. So I feel like we have to put it in basic. Having a tattoo is based. It depends. Why? Because she's a huge fan of the franchise and had just spent 15 hours playing Pokemon Let's Go. In January, Ariana tweeted she spent an entire day off playing Pokemon Let's Go and then went to get it tattooed. I feel like if there's any evidence that she played anything other than Let's Go, she has so many tattoos of random things. It depends whether the tattoo brings it up to A tier. If you get a tattoo of a Pokemon, I feel like that has to like have something. Spending 15 hours playing Let's Go is just... Honestly, that kind of makes me put it in bad. Having a 15-hour marathon of Let's Go Eevee, where you just get an Eevee and then it learns every single powerful move and you can beat every gym leader just by spamming Eevee. It's the first bad take. And then going and get a tattoo because you loved playing Let's Go Eevee so much is a bad take. Another one that I could put in Larpa. Joe Jonas got a Bubble Mew tattoo. A bubble, not a Mew tattoo, a Bubble Mew tattoo specifically. Childhood memories, he traces his deep love to Pokemon back to trading cards with a girl he liked at school. He calls the rare Bubble Mew his favorite item. He leaned into the hobby publicly by opening packs live on stage and partnering on Target's Pokemon collection. I think he likes Pokemon cards, but it's at a level where if you're rich and you like Pokemon cards and you get Bubble Mew tattooed and it's your favorite card, it screams bad take. Is Mew even his favorite Pokemon? It is Mew. Okay, this could be big here.
Guys, this is my impression of a guy who has his own curated by edit at Target Soho. Guys, there's a lot of things that come my way. Curated by me. Curated by Joe Jonas. When they ask for my quote, I just... And they put it on
He's just talking about his Pokemon stuff. Like, he's just talking about his ads. I feel like it's bad take. It's a bad take. Bubble Mew specific, like Bubble Mew. It's a bad take. Sorry, Joe Jonas. It's boring. It screams of Larpa. That's a bad take. I feel like it's a step above Logan Paul. In terms of... I'm gonna put Logan Paul in bad take just because it's Logan Paul. It's a step above Logan Paul because he's not like promoting like Logan Paul's Illustrator chain was just because he wanted to make money, but with the most expensive Pokemon card adds story to it, so some billionaire's gonna buy him out for a load of money. Joe Jonas, he's not trying to sell a Bubble Mew Black Label and is getting a tattoo of it so his auction gets more. He just likes the Bubble Mew, which is a bad take in general. To get a tattoo of it, it's a bad take for me. Anyone else talking about their favorite Pokemon? Who is Pokérev's favorite Pokemon? Pokérev favorite Pokemon. He doesn't have one. Gengar. Boring take. Boring take. Pokérev. Gengar. It's boring. Loves everything. That's exactly what he does. Yeah, Lucky J. The Gengar take makes sense for me. And the fact nothing comes up when you search his favorite Pokemon makes a bit of sense to me. Deep Pocket Monster favorite Pokemon. Houndoom, base take. Deep Pocket Monster's favorite Pokemon is Houndoom. I feel that's a base take. Houndoom is a bit out of the ordinary. Houndoom has so many cool cards as well. It's not your Charizards, it's not your Pikachus. It's not a starter. It's a good take. Alex Ketchum. Favorite Pokemon. Mew is okay. Bit basic. Mew's a basic one. Any like Gen 1 legendaries, I'm gonna put that in basic. What about like... Are there any more celebrities that famously like Pokemon? I think Ed Sheeran likes Pokemon. Squirtle. He has a tattoo on his arm. Basic. Squirtle's basic. Gen 1 starter. Stan's favorite Pokemon is Bulbasaur. Stans, I expected more from you. Anyone who, like, I was about to say anyone who plays a game and then, like, their first Pokemon game and then their favorite Pokemon is their starter goes in basic. I put myself within Infernape and based, but Gen 1 starter specifically has to be basic. Big Pokemon YouTubers. Randolph. That's the one. I'm pretty sure his favorite one is Lugia. Lugia, it's a bit better because it's not. I feel like Gen 1 is kind of basic, but like Lugia is alright. It's still a legendary though. I could be persuaded to do A tier. Like it's a little deeper. It's a little deeper of a cut. And Lugia is cool. I'm not the biggest fan personally, but we're gonna give him A tier. Let's find out the Sidemen's favorite Pokemon. So Miniminter's favorite is Arcanine. That's it's a little basic. Miniminter's favorite is Arcanine. I feel that's a bit basic. Zerka's is Blaine's Moltres. I feel like that's his favorite Pokemon card. Not his favorite Pokemon. Yeah, his favorite Pokemon card. I feel like Arcanine. Does it go in basic? It's Gen 1. Miniminter. Arcanine. It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger. Can we find Zerka's actual favorite Pokemon, not his favorite card? Zerka's favorite is Slowpoke.
I've challenged myself to fill the Pokedex of 1,025 Pokemon with 1,025 people, purely based off of people.
Zerka from the Sidemen, and my favorite Pokemon is Slowpoke.
Slowpoke's kind of based. I'm gonna stick it. That is. I feel like I need another tier. Chat, I'm gonna leave this up to you. Zerka with Slowpoke, is that based or is it A tier? I'm gonna stick it A tier. It's better than Psyduck. Oshawott is a base take. Or a A tier take. Arcanine, I feel like, is a bit basic. Lugia is better than Arcanine, I think. Yeah, I probably won't include young Philly in this. That's probably not the person I want to include in my tier list. Donald Trump definitely does not have a favorite Pokemon. Damn, I've never seen anything that makes more sense. Okay, I thought I said Donald Trump's favorite Pokemon is because gumshoes resemble him. What is Donald Trump's favorite Pokemon? From what I've been able to gather, Trump believes the opposite of me in all things, which means that either my least favorite water type is Trump's favorite, or else the opposite of my favorite water type is. My least favorite is Simipour. It being his favorite character isn't... Yeah. Trunks' his favorite Pokemon? I have to say, on my TikTok... Oof. Garchomp's based, honestly. On my TikTok, I get a lot of this. There's just this guy. He stands with a microphone, and all his videos are about how Trunks is a LARPer. So I'm a bit biased. Like, I do feel like Garchomp is based, I have to say. While also showing an affinity for Charizard, Gyarados, and Aggron. Oh, that's based. Aggron and Garchomp. He could be a LARPer. I don't know enough about the situation. I'm gonna have to put Trunks at based. Garchomp is a based pool. He could be a LARPer, for sure. He could be.
Chunks has just lied to all of you, and no one's getting mad about it. If you don't know me, I made a video saying
like
Chunks is about
get.
to destroy Pokemon as we know it. Nico Omilana has saved my Chunks video. 2 days later, Chunks comes out with... Chunks has just lied to all of you, and no one's getting mad about it. If you don't know me, I made a video saying Chunks is about to destroy Pokemon as we know it. Nico Omilana has saved my Chunks video. 2 days later, Chunks comes out with this.
£25 per pack. I got them for retail, just because I've seen people complaining on TikTok saying I'm ruining the market. I don't know how that makes sense, but...
Did you catch it? He just lied to you. Instead of having the balls to actually change anything, he lied to save his own back. He admits that he's new to the hobby. How did he purchase all those 151 packs at retail price if they're out of print? The thing is, it's such an obvious lie to someone who actually understands this hobby, which just makes it even more insulting. Chunks has just lied to all of you, and Chunks is about to destroy Pokemon as we know it. Now, I'm not saying that Chunks specifically is going to destroy Pokemon.
It's just him saying that Chunks is terrible. Which I understand, like, the annoyance of people buying above MSRP and making videos around paying too much for packs because it makes other people think that's what they should do. And if you are watching this, please don't buy too many packs. But I just feel like
Chunks is now farming his fans for Pokemon cards because buying Chunks is now farming his fans for Pokemon cards because buying 200 packs of in-print sets from scalpers wasn't enough for him apparently. I really hope he's not offering percentages, giving scalpers 3 times retail and not paying full price to his fans. No.
I don't think buying a percentage of a collection is LARPing. I feel like that's part of the hobby. I don't know. Oh, I did see Jim Skin. I'm not 100% sure who this guy is, but he is base when it comes to Pokemon. But what's his actual favorite Pokemon? I know he has a cool collection. His favorite Pokemon is Dragonite. That's pretty sick. I might put that in based. It's kind of A tier. Dragonite's a little basic, but it's not that basic. I'm going to stick it under Oshawott as a take. But Jimskin has a crazy collection. Again, not 100% sure who this guy is. I know he's a streamer. But I think he's alright. I don't think he's like HS Tiki Talkie. I think he's a decent person. He has a 100k collection.
I'm not joking, boys. Like, I'm not joking when I tell you I've got a fucking book and I flip it open and I'm like, yeah, PSA 10, PSA 10, PSA 10, PSA... Listen, don't even get me fucking started, yeah? Don't even get me started. Some people go indoors and like to read a book. I like to sit in my bed and look at my PSA 10.
Kind of based.
Do you know what I mean? I told you guys, if a guy pulls up in a Bugatti or a fucking Lambo, I'll pull out a couple of PSA 10s in the club. I'm not joking. Do you know what I mean?
I saw Bulmy on there, but I Show Speed. I feel like I Show Speed does not have a favorite Pokemon. He frequently interacts with Pikachu. I Show Speed said these are his favorite Pokemon.
I had that one viewer, and that viewer made me keep going. And each day and more, week 2, I started averaging 4 viewers. Week 3, 8 viewers. Week 4, 20 viewers. So on and so on and so on. So I streamed every...
Right, this guy's just trying to advertise his shop by saying he's a... Right, okay. Right. I feel like he doesn't have one. KSI, favorite Pokemon. He's in the Sidemen. Sidemen seem to like Pokemon. Charizard and Gen 1. Makes sense for KSI, honestly. We're going to stick KSI in objectively terrible. So this is the list we've come up with. Based, this person, Luxray, number 1. Base take, could be a LARPer. I'm pretty convinced she's not because she has a phone case with Luxray. She has a plushie of Luxray. Base take. Ludwig with Piplup / Lopunny. We don't know which one it is. Either way, both based takes. Dav's Pokemon, incredible take. Infernape, the best Pokemon there is. Amazing tape. Incredible. Deep Pocket Monster with Houndoom is a great take. Love that from him. Chunks with Garchomp. You could disagree with Chunks with what he's doing, but it's a base take. A tier, we have Zerk from the Sidemen with Slowpoke. Zane with Oshawott. Again, could be a LARPer here, but I'm pretty sure he likes Pokemon. Oshawott's a good take. Jimskin with Dragonite, another good take. Trevor Noah with Psyduck. This could be basic, but I like Psyduck. As a celebrity, if you're saying Psyduck's your favourite, That's pretty good. Lucky J with Trico. I basically said Gem 4 is based. Yeah, I did say this was an objective list. I'm a Gem 4 guy. If your favorite Pokemon's in Gem 4, that's a base take. Coop Steelix. A tier take. Could be S, could be based. Is Steelix Gen 4 as well? Because I am leading towards putting Coop in and based. Randolph, Lugia, A tier, kind of basic. And then Leclerc's kind of basic, but we put him bottom of A tier. Boring take, we have Trico with Lucky J because he called me out for being Gen 4. Jigglypuff from Lady Gaga. I'm putting that in LARP. We're changing it up. Objectively terrible. Bad take. Eevee from this person. Bad take. We're getting harsher. Mudkip. Basic. It's an okay take. Pokerev with Gengar. It's okay. Alex Ketchum with Mew. Kind of basic. Ed Sheeran with Squirtle. Basic. Any Gen 1 starter, legendary, or kind of popular Pokemon like Gengar. Automatically in basic, in my opinion. Stans with Bulbasaur, another basic take from Stans. Bad take is Eevee with Ariana Grande. Bad take because you paid 15 hours of Let's Go Eevee and enjoyed it, and then enjoyed it so much you got a tattoo. Bad take. Joe Jonas has Bubble Mew tattooed on him. Bad take. Logan Paul has Gengar and Alakazam, both of which are bad takes because it's Logan Paul. If it wasn't Logan Paul, it'd be kind of basic because it's just Gen 1, but yeah. Then we have the objectively terrible takes. Eevee from the trailer. Lady Gaga from the trailer. KSI with Charizard, boring, bad take. Lamine Yamal with Zygarde, we have evidence that he is a LARPer, so he is an objectively terrible. Young Miko with Gengar, another LARPer, bad take. Harry Styles with Sork. Liam from One Direction with Throw. Louis from One Direction with Pansear. Terrible take. And then the worst take of all is Niall with Roggenroller. Just not a good Pokemon. Clearly was instructed by Nintendo to say it. You can't see? Ah. All good. I thought you couldn't see the whole thing. Oh, Joel's Gaming Adventure. I'm putting you in A tier, Joel. Is it Growlithe or Arcanine? If it's Growlithe, I'll put you above Charles Leclerc. If it's Arcanine, you're staying here. Growlithe, I can respect it. You have beat Lucky J just because he called me out on my Gen 4 bias. Let me fix this. There is the full list. Niall from One Direction with Roggenroller, the worst take of all time. Louis, Liam, and Harry Styles from One Direction with Sork, Throw, and Pansear. Terrible takes. If there's any more celebrities that you know who have favorite Pokemon, let me know, and I'll add them to the list. Does The Rock have a favorite Pokemon? Who's like in their 30s? I just searched The Rock. Never stated the personal Pokemon. Who's in there? Like Simon Cowell. He was buying Pokemon cards recently. He was spotted purchasing a Rayquaza VMAX. If Simon Cowell's favorite Pokemon is Rayquaza, I might have to put that in based. And the Pope are both... What the hell? The Pope? The Pope does not have a favorite Pokemon. Poplio became viral after Pope left and signed a Poplio card. If the Pope's favorite Pokemon ends up being Poplio, that could be based. Steve Aoki, I'm sure this is basic. I'm gonna guess Charizard. Mewtwo and Pikachu. Mewtwo, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Steve Aoki, you get basic. You know, you actually get above... Does he get... Mewtwo's kind of cool. It's kind of an okay take. Steve Aoki. Kind of boring. If the Pope's actual favorite Pokemon was Poplio, then I would give it to him, but... I remember I saw... Wait, let me see if I can find this. There's a video of, like, some celebrities I've never seen before. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it. And they all just said Pikachu. Like, every single one of them. Post Malone. He likes Pokemon. Post Malone. Favorite Pokemon. He has a card. Does that mean it's his favorite Pokemon? Okay, this is just someone guessing.
You know how Post Malone just got his hands on the One Ring from Magic the Gathering? The story is great. Retail worker from Toronto pulls the card, meets Post Malone, and they make a deal. But did you know that Post Malone has a one-of-one extremely rare Pokemon card? For the 25th Pokemon anniversary, few artists were invited to create a Pokemon-inspired album. Among these artists, Post Malone, Katy Perry, and J Balvin were each given a promotional Pokemon card featuring themselves. Fans were eager for a public release, but to their mass disappointment, found out that they would not be available, sparking controversy on these types of cards on social media. An image of J Balvin's card was posted by the Pokemon Company, who confirmed that a printed copy was given to each of the artists for their contribution on the album.
I feel like each of these celebrities who got a Pokemon card, that was their favorite Pokemon. So we're gonna look up 25th anniversary celebrity cards. Okay, so there were 3. Post Malone with Dragonite and Butterfree, which is that, if it's Butterfree, it's A tier? What do we think? Do we think he gave Do you think Pokemon just gave them random Pokemon to be within their cards, or you think they chose it? Because I can imagine Katy Perry choosing Pikachu. Kind of a bad take, honestly. J Balvin, whoever that is. Charizard, bad take. We're going to stick Post Malone in A tier. There we go. Katy Perry, J Balvin, and now in bad take. Post Malone with Dragonite is in A tier. And this is the definitive list of Pokemon hot takes. If you know any more celebrities that have favorite Pokemon, let me know. I'll add them to the list. Now, Logan Paul has just released a new video. I don't know what it's about. It's an hour long of him grading Pokemon cards, I think. So we're going to watch that. And as always with Logan Paul and Pokemon cards, it's all about the money. I spent $2,713 on the world's first Pokemon card. Right.
After I do this, there is no going back. This could be the biggest mistake of my life.
Stop! I know what you're thinking. Why is Jake Paul's brother, WWE champion and professional LARPer Logan Paul cutting through a $400,000 sheet of Pokemon cards? Oh yeah, that's a $400,000 sheet of Pokemon cards. Let's rewind. Ah! I cut the card! Oh no! Further back. What have I done? Nope, even further. Yep, right there. The moment I sold my Pikachu Illustrator for $16.5 million.
So in case you're not aware, basically what Logan Paul does is he's into collectibles, right? He likes Pokemon. He bought the most expensive Pokemon card. Realistically, is not the most expensive Pokemon card. If you look at it, it's the Pikachu Illustrator. Super rare card. One of the rarest in the world. Especially in a PSA 10. His copy is definitely not a PSA 10. I don't know if you're going to be able to find... Perfect. Earn collects, absolute GOAT. Let's see what he has to say.
Existence. There's definitely going to be another PSA 10. I guarantee it. It's going to pop up out of nowhere.
And this card halves in price.
I just want to say, I wish I was rich. The most questionable PSA 10 in existence. There's definitely...
Okay, they don't really talk, they don't show it. But this, realistically, look at the... Is this the actual card before I speak on it? First of all, top to bottom, instantly. I think he regraded it a bunch of times. It was resubmitted 3 times by its previous owner, receiving a PSA 9 grade multiple times. On its 4th attempt, it was awarded the Gem Mint PSA 10 score. he basically wants to he goes into different collectibles. He had some sort of knowledge on Pokemon. He played Gen 1 as a child. He liked Pokemon. He bought the most expensive one as a video. Basically, he buys all these things. Like, he laughs about One Piece, and then he acts like he has the rarest thing ever, and it's worth loads of money. He gives it a story behind it, like he wore it at his WWE match. Stuff like that, all to trick some stupid man with too much money into buying his collectible. The man who bought the illustration rare, the Pikachu illustrator, didn't know anything about Pokemon cards. He just knew that this has been labeled the rarest, the most expensive one. It was owned by Logan Paul. He gives it a story. He sells it for too much money. That is the Logan Paul playbook.
Has sold the Holy Grail Pokemon card.
Guinness confirming that is the most expensive trading card ever. Record-setting sale.
Surely with 16.5 million extra shekels, I was going to invest in something safe, like real estate, bonds, or stocks.
Nah, who am I kidding?
But after that night, I realized I can't wear real estate around my neck during my WrestleMania debut. I can't break bonds open with millions of people watching live at home. And I certainly can't hold my stocks in my hand as I admire them nostalgically, replaying in my head the thousands of times we beat the Elite Four. I realized I can't wear real estate around my neck during my WrestleMania debut. I can't.
He wore at WrestleMania. He just makes it into a bigger thing than it is.
Can't break bonds open.
Oh, if he buys real estate, he can't do rip and ships, guys. God, imagine it. The horror.
With millions of people watching live at home. And I certainly can't hold my stocks in my hand as I
can't hold my stocks in my hand. A CG7? CGC 7.5. Right, okay.
Admire them nostalgically, replaying them.
I don't know if you saw that picture of Logan Paul with all his graded cards. With them all on the table. Energy card, energy card, energy card, energy card, energy card, energy card. Random VMAXs, random rainbows. For someone who's like, more energy cards appear. As someone who's meant to love Pokemon cards, this is an insane PSA collection. Graded card collection.
In my head the thousands of times we beat the Elite Four together. It turns out I prefer storing my money in collectibles. So besides some game-worn memorabilia, a new house for my little family, and a wedding we'll never forget, I invested a large portion of that money into a card collecting platform I wanted to build called Rivet that you should check out. But the rest...
I feel like nothing needs to be said.
Well, I was bit by yet another Pokemon bug. And by bit, I mean digested entirely.
You said to me, I am not gonna buy collectibles. And you said, no, that's it. I'm not gonna be spending money this year.
Just forget all that, what I said before.
Okay, got it.
I'm a Pokemon collector till death. It's why the only tattoo I have is a Squirtle. And why an imbalanced proportion of my net worth is stockpiled on what has become a legitimate asset class. Because Pokemon hasn't slowed down over the past 30 years. In fact, the opposite. With the trading cards outpacing the stock market by over 3,000%, all while becoming the biggest and most valuable franchise in the entire world, churning out everything that we know and love about Pokemon. Ripping packs, filling binders, cosplaying, conventions, toys, tournaments, video games, merch, movies, memorabilia, the Pokemon TCG itself, and all of it traces back to this. The two cards that have been face down, stuck to this sheet for 30 years. Well, why on God's green earth would I risk cutting through a $400,000 sheet of Pokemon cards? Because if I get this right, I will have the most significant and valuable Pokemon card in the entire world. But hold on a second, you just sold the most valuable Pokemon card in the world. What the hell are you talking about? Well, I'm glad you asked.
So this is basically going to be him inventing a new story that he can sell to his richer friends in order to trick them into buying it. So basically, the last guy who bought the rarest Pokemon card in the world is getting screwed over. I'm kind of happy about that. That guy's stupid. Because Logan Paul is now inventing a new rarest Pokemon card in the world, which appears to be some sort of Snap promo. It's not Snap. I've seen this card before.
I'm sure the most valuable Pokemon card in the world. What the hell are you talking about? Well, I'm glad you asked. Our journey surprisingly starts with none other than Kai Cenat, sort of. Well, not really, but kind of. It begins with Kai Cenat's manager, a soft-spoken gentleman by the name of John Nelson.
Everyone knows Koro because it's literally on your card, but no one really ever
Okay, so some sort of Koro promo, I assume that.
stops to be like, what is Koro?
Yeah.
You know, Koro is the genesis of all Pokemon. Like, everything originates out of this magazine. It all started with Koro 223. There was a video of this guy, Max City, talking about this book.
This is one of the rarest items in all of Pokemon card collecting that you probably have never heard of, because inside this comic is the first ever Pokemon TCG cards to ever release.
Wait, and you peel it from there like a sticker? How did I not know this? The first official Pokemon trading cards came from inside of a book? And not just any book, Koro Comic, the Japanese manga that I have been talking about for years. Koro Comic Contest. Koro Comic hosted a Pokemon illustration contest. But now it's time for a confession. I had very little idea of what Koro Comic actually was. I knew they hosted an illustration contest in 1998.
I don't need to be explain Koro. Okay.
The big bang of what millions of people now collect Gateway. Every month, millions of Japanese.
He's trying to. Yeah, wait, let me. So, this Koro card. Koro, Pikachu, Logan Paul. Am I spoiling it for myself? Maybe, I don't care. So it's the 1996 Pokemon Japanese promo. 1996 Japanese promo Pikachu Koro. PSA 10 pop. So I assume what's happening is he's bought this magazine which contains the Koro Pikachu, which had to which was like it was stuck into the magazine. You had to unstick it. Obviously, that makes it ridiculously hard to get in a PSA 10. And he's claiming that he's going to get out the magazine, cut it in a way that makes it a PSA 10. Let's look at this Elite Forum thread real quick. First ever TCG released to the public was a glossy Ivy Pikachu and the glossy Jigglypuff. Extremely challenging to grade because they had to be peeled out. These two promo cards are almost always notoriously off-centered. So there are 3 mislabeled Ivy Glossy Pikachu. So basically, he's going to invent this story that this is the rarest Pikachu card, which, you know, it arguably is. There is not a single PSA 10. He is claiming is going to cut it in a way that makes it a PSA 10. Oh, from what I've read from someone said it ends in a cliffhanger because ultimately he isn't going to get a PSA 10. Let me actually look at the card. Sorry if you wanted to watch the full reaction of it. I'm not going to watch an hour of Logan Paul.
Kids would open these massive phone book sized magazines packed with manga.
Coverage up there. Do you know when you play Jenga? With these, I'm finding which edge is the loose.
I felt like I now knew the best technique with the least sheet.
Okay, so that's in practice.
It's obviously super fucking risky, but the Pikachu and Jigglypuff sheet is a 2-card sheet, so I gotta go right down the center here. That actually. Oh shit. Because that's one thing I discovered. Cutting close to the edges provides cards I need. The fucking on the edge. It looks so good, guys. Wow. Here we go. The final three. Oh my gosh. That's why we go.
Centering. I already see this corner's a bit nicked.
The peel camp, bro. That's a clean peel.
It's not a PSA 10.
Now, the boys, my 2 Pikachu / Jigglypuffs.
When does he actually do it?
I could get this done at 625.
Okay.
$625,000 bro. I'm Before I do this, able to pull right now on ripid.co. It's our crown jewel.
Or just a big ad for his Rip and Ship
It has
site.
the Pikachu and Jigglypuff still attached inside. Millions of people on this YouTube channel while I break open 2 of the most iconic boxes in the hobby, an 86-87 Fleer Pokemon box.
So this whole video is just an advertisement for his Rip It business. He's doing a live stream. He's going to do a rip and ship of this first edition box and the NBA box, whatever that is. Don't watch this video. He's not going to get a PSA 10 unless he's somehow in cahoots with PSA to get him a 10, which I wouldn't put past PSA. Obviously, they gave him the PSA 10. Yeah, I can see PSA giving him a PSA 10 in this just because it gets them good publicity. He got a 5 and a 2. Isn't he saying he's gonna...
Live in people July. I will be peeling these cards live in front of millions.
He hasn't graded them yet. He's going to be peeling them on his box break. Okay. Not helpful.
That one of the boxes, I don't know what that means. One of them has a smiley face.
Oh, wow, $400,000 to $500,000, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. They did not give it a 2.
A PSA 2. And a PSA 5. Well, at least PSA was actually like good for once. Well done to PSA. I fully thought the PSA could be easily bought out by Logan Paul for the publicity. So I respect the fact that they actually gave him a 2 and a 5. So yeah, chat, that was Logan Paul. Don't watch his Pokemon stuff. He is all about the money. He's doing all this to promote his rip and ship. Don't buy rip and ships in general. Try and avoid anything over MSRP. Especially if you're buying from Logan Paul, because the prices of these packs are going to be insane. And not worth it at all. He's going to get his millionaire friends to buy it. Not worth it. So yeah. Thanks for watching the stream, guys. Appreciate you all. I'm going to end here. I'll be back on Monday for some more streams. Thank you all for tuning in. I've been Dev's Pokemon. Goodbye.